Rinnegan Genjutsu. Being an Uchiha, Sasuke has a natural affinity towards Genjutsu, which he has shown by using Genjutsu on several opponents throughout the series. His aptness for this particular type of jutsu further increased when he awakened the Rinnegan. After gaining the Rinnegan, Sasuke was able to cast Genjutsu on a very high level, and was able to put all of the tailed beasts under his Genjutsu. Furthermore, Sasuke was also able to cast Sakura on Genjutsu with this power. Sasuke's Spacetime Dojutsu. The Rinnegan turned out to be a massive boost for Sasuke as he went on to gain access to several more powers. For example, in Naruto, Sasuke was able to use Amenotejikara, which allowed him to switch places with an object in an instant. In Boruto, though, he debuted a new unnamed power unlike any he had shown before. Dubbed the Spacetime Dojutsu, this skill enables Sasuke to open a portal anywhere. Opening a portal requires a grade of chakra, so there's a limit to how many times he can open a portal. With this ability, Sasuke was able to travel freely through several dimensions. Deva Path. The Deva Path is one of the strongest abilities of the Rinnegan, and as a Rinnegan user, Sasuke has access to all the various powers of the Rinnegan including the Deva Path. With the power of the Deva Path, Sasuke can utilize the forces of attraction and repulsion to his advantage in battle. The techniques cannot be used simultaneously, so Sasuke needs to take a break before using it again, which prevents the ability from becoming too overpowered. Sasuke used this ability in his fight against Naruto, where he razed the surroundings to the ground. Scorch Release, Halo Hurricane Jet Black Arrow Style 0. This technique is the result of the combined attacks of Naruto and Sasuke, friends and rivals working together. Sasuke uses his Blaze Release and then combines it with Naruto's Wind Release, Rasen Shuriken, and the consequent is a Scorch Release attack. This wind from the Rasen Shuriken boosts the flames, which results in a fearsome attack that engulfs the target with black flames. It's both powerful and incredible to look at. Blaze Release, Chidori. Chidori is an incredibly strong attack on its own. Sasuke learned the technique in Part 1 and at the time, he was able to use it twice a day. Since then, Sasuke has improved by leaps and bounds. Currently, he has a lot more chakra, which allows him to execute moves that are much stronger than their normal counterparts. One such move is Blaze Release, Chidori. In this technique, Sasuke enhances the regular Chidori by adding Blaze Release to it, enhancing its power even more. Kirin. Developed by Sasuke himself, Kirin is a lightning release technique that draws on the power of natural lightning to bolster the amount of damage given. Controlling the lightning with his chakra, Sasuke was able to generate an attack so powerful it managed to destroy a mountain. A rarity of this technique is that it doesn't solely rely on chakra, instead taking power from natural resources, the weather. As such, a major downside of this technique is that its power levels are reliant on the environment, with the alternative being artificial storm clouds generated by other jutsus that may require chakra usage. Nevertheless, this technique has immense potential for very little chakra, making it an ace for Sasuke despite its one-time use in battle. Demonic Illusion, Shackle Stakes Technique. Using his Sharingan to entrap his victims in a genjutsu, this technique sees Sasuke imprisoning his target in an illusion where they continually experience sharp spikes being stabbed through their bodies. Akin to all genjutsu, the spikes themselves are not real, instead playing on sensory illusions to inflict mental strain on the victim. The main purpose of this technique is torture, and it has only been executed by the two Uchiha brothers. Given that the jutsu draws power from the Sharingan, it holds tremendous power over other genjutsus and is much harder to break out of. Susanoo. The Susanoo is an immensely powerful ability exclusive to users with a Mangekyo Sharingan in both eyes, said to be one of the most powerful abilities overall. As an extension of the user, the Susanoo is created from the user's chakra and forms around them as a giant, humanoid being. There are numerous techniques Sasuke has emulated through his Susanoo that are simply stronger versions of his other jutsus, including his Chidori and his Fireball Jutsu. Because of the amount of chakra needed to release a Susanoo, the ability causes immense strain on the user, particularly their eyes. The trade-off is substantial, of course, since the Susanoo delivers remarkable damage while simultaneously acting as a protective layer for the user. Blaze Release, Kagutsuchi. Blaze Release, Kagutsuchi draws on Sasuke's Amaterasu by manipulating the generated black flames into different forms using shape transformation. With this technique, Sasuke can gain both improved offensive and defensive properties. The black flames can form a barrier around him with the ability to protect and injure opponents with its spikes, and they can combine with his Chidori to strengthen it. When using his Susanoo, Sasuke can increase his defenses by encasing it in the flames or by using the flames to grant his Susanoo flame-manipulated weapons. Additionally, in accordance with Sasuke being adept in Genjutsu, Sasuke can use this technique to wrap around the blade of his Chikudo, increasing its potential. Amenotejikara. Able to manipulate space and time itself, Sasuke uses the Rinnegan in his left eye to move between spaces as a result of the Sage of the Six Paths blessing. The technique has many uses as Sasuke can either use it to escape enemy attacks by temporarily jumping into a different space or ensnaring enemies in traps by switching places with them. In the fight against Momoshiki, Sasuke allowed himself to be trapped by Momoshiki's chains, following up by swapping places with him to allow Naruto an easier hit. Sasuke himself does not need to look at the object he intends to swap with to successfully switch places, and in adulthood does not need to wait for his Rinnegan to recharge to move. Indra's Arrow. Indra's Arrow is credited as Sasuke's most powerful offensive technique. Using his Susanoo, Sasuke was able to accomplish this technique by absorbing the nine-tailed beast's chakra. The overflowing chakra is manipulated into a longbow and arrow, and the offensive power is said to be so grand that it rivals Naruto's Six Paths, Ultra Big Ball Raisin Shuriken, which is said to be one of the 7th Hokage's best techniques. A fun fact about Indra's Arrow is that it derives its name from the ancestor of the Uchiha clan, Indra Otsutsuki. Chidori. At its base, Chidori is an exceptionally reliable lightning release jutsu that Sasuke has taken as his own after learning to use it from his Team 7 sensei, Kakashi Hatake. The basic form of this jutsu sees the user generate lightning in their hand as they thrust their arm forward, generating lethal damage and, if strong enough, piercing through their target. Sasuke has developed many Chidori variants with varying properties. This includes imbuing his Chikudo with his Chidori to create a lightning katana, generating many small bolts, forming a large horizontal beam that easily pierces targets, which he used on his future wife, Sakura Haruno, many dark Chidori, and even one so powerful it resulted in the loss of Sasuke's left arm. Hurricane Thunderclap, Majestic Attire Sword Stroke. Coming together to form one of the most ruthless attacks, Sasuke and Naruto combine their respective powers and manifest them into an armored Kurama. Sasuke's Susanoo takes the form of armor in a technique called Majestic Attire, Susanoo made to withhold Kurama's chakra. In this form, Kurama's chakra cannot be suppressed and his offensive/defensive abilities are enhanced. Hurricane Thunderclap, Majestic Attire Sword Stroke is simply Kurama wielding Susanoo's sword with the power bestowed via Sasuke and Naruto's chakras. The combination of the two is substantial, proving just how great of a pair the two of them are. Summoning Technique, Snake. While Sasuke is capable of summoning many creatures and weapons, objectively his most ferocious summons are his snakes, in which he has shown the ability to summon two. During his battle against Deidara, Sasuke summoned Manda, a snake known as one of the Ryuchi cave bosses that had previously been summoned by Orochimaru. Sasuke controlled Manda using a genjutsu, and only after Manda was released did the beast succumb to its injuries. His personal summon, Aoda, is a snake that first appeared during the Fourth Great Shinobi War and is pledged to Sasuke. Aoda differs greatly from Manda in that he's more reserved and appears to hold Sasuke in high regard. Sasuke's daughter, Sarada, would later go on to meet Aoda, who would display his loyalty to Sasuke's family by protecting Sarada from the fearsome snake Gaaraga, who would become the summon of Naruto's son and Sasuke's apprentice, Boruto. Chibaku Tensei. Chibaku Tensei is an extraordinary technique available to Rinnegan users, drawing power from the Deva path that allows force manipulation. The technique allows the user to produce a massive black orb with the power to pull surrounding objects, people, and environments into it. Rubble and debris drawn into the orb provide several properties, either being used to trap victims or crush them under the weight of everything in the orb. Sasuke has primarily used this technique for trapping foes, relying on debris to form an orb shape rather than manifesting a black orb. It is said that the orbs are incredibly difficult to escape from, making this technique one of the best for subduing overpowered opponents.